Stay informed with the latest developments, insightful analyses, and comprehensive coverage of key events. Follow us to never miss an important story and join the conversation on what's happening in our country. Together, let's stay ahead of the news.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing. And always have the courage to be yourself.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
But from today and from the day I take the oath of office, we will rapidly drive prices down and make America affordable again. We're going to make it affordable again. So as much as you can, do something that you love, work hard, and never, ever give up, and you're going to be tremendously successful. Tremendously successful. Thank you. God bless our military. God bless the memory of the fallen. God bless our Gold Star families. And God bless America. Thank you very much.
You are listening to your source for trusted intel and news. You're listening to Live with DC.
Hey there, it's your favorite president. You need to be listening to my friend DC. He's a trusted source and won't lead you astray.
Thank you for listening to You Host DC, your trusted source for intel and news.
Let's get ready to rumble!
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say
Trump 2024. Trump 2024.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kamala. Yeah. We do want him as our president, and he is our president, and he is your daddy. And Joe Biden's too. Disappearing Joe. He's a magician. Vanishes like a fart in the wind. All right. Happy. Good day, right? Got a lot of people popping in here today. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen on this Wednesday, 9/11. A lot of things going on here. Let's jump in here and see who we got in the house so far. Ooh, we got a lot of people popping in here. Clinton, Tennessee in here. Hello. Prairieville, Louisiana. Hello. Carson City, Michigan. Let's see here. West Tennessee. Hello, DC Lunch Buddy. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jenny. Good afternoon from Carol in Beaufort, Georgia. Dayton, Ohio, saying hello and God bless. Thank you so much. Pam, hello. Thank you so much for sharing. God bless you from Ozark, Alabama. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, DC, and all the pages from Tupelo, Mississippi. Hey, DC, from Amy in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Hello. Thank you for streaming party last night, DC. You rock. Thank you so much. Had a good time. I know everybody was fired up last night, but we'll talk about it today because, like I said, give it 24 hours, give it a little bit of time. Some things will come out and cool down. Hello, everyone from Oklahoma City. Hello, DC and Patriots from Northwest Ohio. Stay safe up there in Ohio. Keep your cats and dogs inside. Hey, DC, with my fellow Patriots from Eden, North Carolina. Hey, DC. Hey, everyone. Hello, Enforcer. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Good day from Phil in Cartersville, Georgia. Good afternoon from Hamilton, Mississippi. Let's see here. Crystal says hello. Hi, DC. Hello. Hello from Kentucky from Pam. Columbus, Georgia in the house there. Hello, DC from Rogue River, Oregon. Okay. Wow. Good. A little bit of distance there. Hello, DC from Tennessee. Bedford, Virginia checking in. Hutchinson, Kansas in the house. Hello to you, Jeffrey. Jeep Girl from Dallas, Georgia in here. Let's see. Never forget 9/11. You better believe it. Hello from Tennessee. Hello, Christine. Howdy, DC from Kentucky. Hello, Pamela. Springfield, Missouri in the house. Hello, DC. The Pacific Northwest in the house. And the debate, Trump versus David. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here what we got here. Sorry, my chat. Slow down. Mena, Arkansas, I believe it is. Fort Pierce, Florida. Trump 2024. You better believe it, Carolyn. Hey, DC, Ohio in here. Hey, DC from Horse Cave, Kentucky. Listening from the gym, at the gym, Jasper, Texas. All right. Hey, from Ringgold, Georgia, back in the house again. West Virginia in the house. Hey, DC, my fellow Patriots from Eden, North Carolina. Hey, DC, good afternoon from North Texas. God wins. Yes, he does. Oklahoma in the house. Houdini and the Joker. Yeah, exactly. Good to be in here, Wisconsin. Okay. Hey, DC from Childersburg, Alabama. Love your program. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello from Connecticut. Hey, happy day, DC, RC, and EC in the house. Raleigh, North Carolina. Thank you so much, loyal listeners there. When I say Kamala out loud, I think the old West wrestler Kamala, you gonna work? Yeah, he was nasty, right? Hello, DC in Louisiana, waiting on the hurricane. You guys be safe out there. Make sure you just be safe. Wichita Falls, Texas is with you. Thank you so much. Tuscaloosa, Alabama in the house again. Listening from Southern Indiana. Wallace, North Carolina. Hello to you. Lunch hour listener here in Austin, Texas. Thank you so much for spending your lunch hour. I'll try to get motivated a little bit and moving along so you don't have to waste your lunch hour on me yapping on everybody. Dalton, Georgia, Oklahoma in the house, Stanford, Kentucky, West Tennessee in the house, Maiden, North Carolina, Liberty, Kentucky, been there. Hello from South Central Kansas. Sherry Case from Benbrook, Texas. Hello, Willow Springs, North Carolina in the house. Enjoyed your show last night. It helped hearing your point of view. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hello from Stanford, Kentucky, Michigan in the house. Hello, DC from Florida. Hello from Van Vliet, Mississippi. Okay. Brookside, Alabama in the house. Louisville, North Carolina. Love your show. Just found it. Thank you so much. Keep tuning in. We're in here every day from 1 until 2:30ish, and every Friday night at 8:30. Hey, DC, traveling to see my mom for her birthday, 89. All right. Well, happy birthday to your mom, and stay safe on the road. If anybody else pops in there, I'll try to acknowledge it best I can. So anyways, we got the big news, right? The big news. Y'all think I'm going to really hit on the debate right now, and I'm not. I'm actually going to say something else to you. Sorry about that. Austin to hello, Amanda. Okay. Hello, King City. Yep. Working at the VA, RN earbuds are in. Awesome. Thank you so much, Teresa. Yes, prayers for everyone in the path of the hurricane, Louisiana. Today is 9/11. And last week I touched on it and was talking about how this new generation don't have a clue what 9/11 is. don't realize the sacrifices that happened, don't realize what really went down, and most of them really don't give a crap, which is kind of sad. We no longer have the history books where we actually talk about history. And so 9/11, that was a sad day in history. And it'll continue to be a sad day in history the more we continue to find out about it. Because, there's multiple people that was in that, involved in that. And it's been all these years later and we still don't have answers. But we're getting them. And I think by the time we get them, the people that were really involved will probably be on their deathbed or be gone, which is kind of sad because it's like people got away with something. So a lot of things going on. We do honor those that lost their lives in 9/11. I'll touch on that real quick. I remember I was there. I was stuck there for a couple of days for a job thing I was doing, and I remember. Matter of fact, last night, after the whole debate thing, I debated on even playing some stuff today from 9/11, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Everybody had enough last night with the debate. But just the radio stations and how every radio station you would turn on in New York was all just people calling in or either coming to the radio station to talk on the radio and ask if they've seen their loved ones and tell where they worked and where all that stuff. It is forever seared in my memory. It's something that you just don't forget. And the sad part about 9/11 is this: history won't be taught, and history is not taught. So when you ask some of these kids, hey, you know about 9/11, they will see it on TV this morning and not even know what the heck's going on. They be liable to think it's a new attack or something. Just, it's sad. But anyway, happy Wednesday. Hopefully everybody's having a good day, going to have a better day. Last night we had the debate, and that was Jesus, I don't even know what you want to call it. It was a crap show. Although there's been so many people saying, last night I know a lot of people was upset saying Trump should have done this, done that. I get it. He probably could have handled himself in some other ways. But the bottom line is he didn't, and he still won. Elon Musk had put out did a poll last night, and it was over 5.8 million people voted in this poll. And in this poll that he did, only 27% after the debate, 27% voted for Kamala. 73% voted for Trump, which is not really not surprising. A lot of good things. That David Murr, what a piece of crap. Lindsey Davis, I'll be careful what I say there. Both of them, completely Democratic swing on that. Absolutely tried to make themselves the fact checkers during everything, and I said last night, everybody don't react, don't get bent out of shape too much, because it will all work itself out. And what I mean by that is that it will all come out in the wash. The truth will. Now understand, I got a lot of stuff to cover here today. So if you're all, and I haven't looked at the chat yet, but if you all are asking questions, so I probably ain't gonna get to a bunch of stuff today yet. I'm trying not to have the rabbit mind and jump off everything. But anyways, so it's David Murray. The big thing was, he always wanting to. It's amazing. Trump came to debate Kamala, and he ended up debating Kamala, David Murray, wherever the heck his name is, and Lindsey Davis. These moderators are pathetic. These moderators probably need to lose their jobs today because of the false things they said last night. And of course, mainstream media, which is crap, will take up for them and say, oh, no. And they're always good about passing the buck. So is the Democratic Party. So good about it. Same with Joe Biden. Okay. They pushed Joe Biden, pushed him. And then he starts, when he's during the election, we're all saying he's got dementia or something. He acts like a robot. He's this, he's that. He's fine. He's absolutely fine. And Democratic Party stands behind their man. And then later on, we've seen what just happened. He's no longer the puppet that they thought he could continue to be. And then they get rid of him. I will say this: the Biden Kamala Harris presidency by far surpasses Nixon. And here for years, everybody said Nixon was a piece of crap. Nixon was the worst president. It was the worst presidency. All this stuff. I got news for you. The Biden-Harris has just beat the crap out of the Nixon campaign and now the Nixon presidency. And they haven't even stepped down. They just continue to be a debauchery to America. And it's just disgusting. So, yeah, I've got a lot of things, but I'm going to start with one thing. There's a police department. It's Morris Police Department and the Sheriff's Department out there. They pulled over a car. Okay, they pulled over a car because this guy, which is, I hate when people say, "Oh, you just profiling." Yeah, I'm going to profile because I'm sick of taking up for these people. So he goes and he sees this woman sitting in her vehicle. He decides he's going to walk up, beat on her window while her kid's in the car, scare the crap out of her. She's trying to take off, and he's still beating on her car. She drives off. She's calling 911. So then the police come out there. Now, what I'm going to play is this. This is body cam, but I'm going to play the audio of this because I want you to understand something. For those of you that are in law enforcement that listen to this show, I double dog, triple dog, whatever you want to call it, dare you to start having some balls about your position and take on these people. And what I'm about to play is now the left side the leftists are going to say, that's just horrible. They can say that to that poor guy. That poor guy is out of his country and he don't know. Before you go and say that, I'm going to tell you something. Well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let the police tell you. But I want you to listen to how this cop handles this guy.
You ain't going to do this shit in our fucking town. Once we get down here and we release you, if we don't have anything to arrest you, you better get the fuck out of this town and not come back. You understand? Do you understand what I'm fucking saying? I don't want to hear an apology. You better get the fuck out of this town and not come back. Do you understand?
Yeah. Get out of the car.
Okay. I know there's some language there, but you know what? It is what it is, guys. Some people are so worried about the language, but yet would let people get murdered.
But don't cuss. Whatever you do, don't cuss. It's not godly. It's not right.
But yet we'll take up for these people that are killing Fluffy. So anyways, they pull him out of his car. They're talking to him, asking him why he's beating on this woman's window. He's like, "Oh, don't know." It's funny that these people, once they get caught, they act like they can't speak English. I say waterboard these suckers. Waterboard them. George Bush had it done. Go back to the original interrogation techniques. How about that? Because when the word gets around that America ain't dicking with these people anymore, hey man, you may not want to do that because man, this is what they did to me. When you stop being terrorized by these people and you start terrorizing those people, that don't mean you go out and just purposely do stuff to them, but if they're out there doing crazy stuff, don't take it on the cheek. Don't do it. And this cop was absolutely 100% right on the button. I don't want to see you in my town anymore. Get the heck out of here and don't you come back. Don't you come back. And so for those that are going to say, that was just horrible, I can't believe they would say that. Can't believe they would treat that poor man that way. I'm going to play you the second part of the body cam when they run him through NCIC. Okay? Listen clearly.
Put this plate on the block and see if people are put it in there and see what else it's been hitting, if it's been going up to the city or whatever. Because it's on the terrorist watch list.
Did you hear that?
I think that was for robbery.
He's on the terror watch list. Did you just hear that? He's on the terror watch list. But yet he's allowed in our country to roam around. And this is what I'm going to tell you. It's a Virginia plate. It's actually a minivan. And it was a minivan that was full of all kinds of counterfeit stuff. So what the police do does what they should do. They take it. But he's in a silver Sienna Toyota van. Virginia plates. Tango Tango Echo 3022. Tango Echo 3022. You ever see that? You ever see that plate? If you're in Virginia, you ever see that? He's on the terror watch list. You want to know how you fix these terror watch people? You start putting their faces out there, their names, their addresses, the cars they drive, the plates they drive, and when they drive by, you give them a big old God bless you middle finger. Pathetic. So this guy's on the terror watch list for robbery, suspected of also other heinous things, kidnapping. The police need to do the exact same thing. Hello, Dublin, Georgia. When they come in there and you pull them over and they're doing this kind of stuff, even if you don't pull them over, you get them out there and they're doing stupid stuff. What amazes me is this. You have New York, you have Colorado, you have all these other states that have all these migrants. Colorado's bad. And then you got them driving around with, New York is horrible. No tags, no driver's license tags on, no license plates on the car. Of course, they're not driving with a driver's license yet, but they'll get one when they're in New York. And if I would see someone, or let's just say I'm driving down the road, cruising down the road in my car, just boogieing on down, but I don't have a license plate, I'm gonna get nailed by the state police, the sheriff, or the city, right? And guess what's going to happen? I am going to get a big fat ticket for no plates. DC, how come you don't have a plate? I don't want one. I don't know. No English. Okay, well then just cut him loose. No, that's not what happens. Do you understand what's happening in America? The Constitution has been given to the migrants and the immigrants, okay? That's what's happened. The Democratic Party has given them the ticket to America, and meanwhile made Americans, the United States citizens, the true immigrants. And for the law enforcement out there that's listening, why would you pull over someone in America that doesn't have, and I'm not going on all this dumb stuff that these other people were doing, well, I'm a civil servant, all this other stuff. I don't have to have a plate, don't have to have a driver's license. Supreme Court says this. I'm not getting into that argument right now, okay? That's just splitting hairs. I'm talking about people. Why would you all pull people over with no plate and then let them go because they are a migrant, immigrant, whatever the heck you want to call them? Cat eaters. Why? I'll tell you why. Because your hands are tied by the government. The government is doing this. Who's the government? Well, look and see. Let me tell you what. Last night, I was like, why would Kamala do everything that she did last night and act so stupid, act so goofy? And then I saw it after the debate. I saw it. Every Democratic person has to have a handler. And guess who her handler was? Chuck Schumer. Standing right beside her. He is her daddy. He is the one that's pushing her buttons. But getting back to this no plate thing, why do we let people drive down the road with no plates, no license, none of that stuff, and then cut them loose to go hit somebody? Let me tell you what, to the law enforcement that pull these people over and let them go, if that person goes and hits somebody else and kills them, your department is absolutely 100% responsible and should be sued. And you should lose your job because you're not taking your oath seriously. That is to serve and protect the community. Period. But they're too busy kissing each other's butts on stuff. This police department did exactly what they should do. Told the guy, get his crap and get out of here. So one thing I liked about Trump that he said last night, and he used it back on Kamala, which was
Going to defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
because she's used to just throwing her little attitude around and people buying it out and doing it. So here we go. Y'all knew I was going to jump into this, so here we go.
ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken, and
let me say something. That was a trap for him. They tried to trap him because what they wanted him to do is respond like that, but I think he kind of pulled it off here.
ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into.
This is a city council meeting.
They're running into buildings. They flipping cars in the middle of the street. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them. Like, and I don't know how, like, y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid from it.
What did you do? Why'd you kill the cat? Go like this. Did you eat that cat?
This is the body cam from the police department.
Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with it.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society, see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased.
And let me be clear, this is not about race. This is about people being given the privilege of coming here from another country and having no respect for our people, our land, or our life's work. People living their life here the way they did in Haiti, angry, stealing, polluting, living in filth, and acting like animals. These are not civilized people. Opening containers in our grocery stores, helping themselves to what's inside and throwing the rest onto the shelves and floors. Pulling off of the highway to publicly clean and gut the roadkill, lying there in front of anyone that passes by. Stealing animals from farmers and leaving their severed heads at the side of an old school where children play, relieving themselves in public, making some barbaric stew out of the birds that live in our park. This is insanity, and it has to stop. What will become of Springfield? Where will we be in 5 years? The thought terrifies me.
And America. And America. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen all over America. Now, when Trump was saying this, well, when the commentator that was full of crap was saying what he was saying, and trying to, because what they did was they baited Trump on this. They used a comment that he said and then tried to say, well, the city manager is probably a Democrat and knows what they were doing. That's how this works. But then during that, when they're saying that, Kamala Harris is laughing. She's laughing. She thinks everything's freaking funny. She laughs as your pets are being eaten by illegals that she let in.
To our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats.
And she's laughing.
And she starts laughing about it. She's like,
people that live there. And
This bitch is laughing.
And it's a shit.
What did you do? Why'd you kill the cat? Smile for me.
Listen closely.
Smile. Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with him.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society, see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased.
Okay. I won't tell you, Auntie. They'll be like, it was a pretty big deal for me.
It's no laughing matter. It is no laughing matter. You heard part of that. I want you to hear the whole body cam. Now I want you to listen closely. You'll hear what you just heard a little bit, and then he's going to go into and saying, hey, and he's going to start telling the other police officers, I cannot believe what I just saw. This is the first, I've never experienced anything like this in my life. He says she's got hair and stuff in her mouth still. But Kamala says, ha 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 ha. And ABC, you freaking suck. You suck. Your commentators suck. There's no plausible deniability in this. You absolutely have failed the American people. And I've been saying this for months, that the mainstream media, your ABC, NBC, Fox News, all those crappy networks, even that they're all twisted. And we're seeing it. And the sad part about it is you have some Americans that sit at home and don't realize what's going on and believe what they're hearing. Oh my gosh, well, President Trump lied, because they don't know anything about researching. They've been so conditioned all their life to not believe anyone, but believe the news. And that's true. And this will probably make some of you kind of mad and probably kind of sick. But you know what? Welcome to America that we created.
Stand up.
She said she killed two kids.
Stand up. Put your hands behind your back. Someone got rubber gloves. She's covered in blood. All right, you got gloves. You got rubber gloves. So you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you can't afford one, won't be appointed.
But she's not an American. Think about this. He did the right thing. He read her rights. She's supposed to do. Thank God he finally does the right thing. But you have the right to remain silent. These are the rights that follow the United States citizens under the United States Constitution. Not the world Constitution, the United States Constitution. If these people are going to be here, there has to be some level of law that they have to abide by and have to be held accountable to. Because I guarantee you what's going to happen is, in this case, they're going to say, well, she's not a citizen, so you can't give her, you can't read her rights. But ABC wants to say that this ain't true, and so does Kamala, that piece of crap.
United States expense. You have a right to have that attorney present during any questioning. You have a right to stop answering any questions once they begin. Do you understand your rights? Do you understand? Smile for me. Smile. Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Get in there. It's ridiculous.
She gave her kids to somebody, you know what I mean, to try to get herself right mentally.
So she doesn't have her kids because she was telling people she killed them.
No, she never killed her kids. Her kids were with a family member. She sent them to somebody to try to get herself together.
Mm-hmm.
That person she sent them with was fucking beat her.
Mm-hmm.
Went somewhere else.
Okay.
So,
I don't know yet. Judy said they would, and they'll hold the cat as evidence. She destroyed that cat. This is fucked. I told him, I don't like him anymore. As long as she had cat hair on her mouth. As long as I've been a policeman, I've never had a call where someone's eating a cat. I hope this is not still the mood for Friday night.
Welcome to America. And but Kamala wants to laugh, and the commentators want to lie. Those of you that would like to, somebody can put up ABC or where it is, their corporate website, their phone number, and our listeners should let them know what a piece of crap they are and how they need to redact what their statements, and there needs to be some sort of a repercussion for lying to the American people. American people. Oh, but it's not true. It's not true. Gosh, DC, you're making this stuff up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep, I'm making up people's eating animals. But if you do look up Haitians, you look at what they considered a delicacy, birds, dogs, cats, even roadkill. You can't make this stuff up. It's unbelievable. And the sad part about it is I cannot believe the audacity of even last night, with all the amount of people that was watching last night, to outright lie like that. I like to punch the crap out of David Murr's face. Anyway.
Anything to say?
More illegals. Eating birds. This guy was arrested for killing a duck and its babies. Where in the hell's PETA? Where's PETA? Oh, thank you so much, Enforcer. Right there's the number, guy. Light it up. Guys, light it up. Where's PETA in all this? Why aren't they out there? In the arms of the angel, Fluffy dies. I mean, come on. They take your money all the time. Let me tell you what. Those of you that give to PETA, stop giving to PETA. Support this radio station. That's what you should do. Because they ain't doing what they say they're going to do. I know for a fact they don't. They have these call centers that read the same daggone script about the same cat that happened 30 years ago. That you're selling. I'm not saying animals ain't abused. I'm not saying we shouldn't help animal control places. I'm not saying that. I'm saying come on, we got people eating these animals now. What's next? These people going into the humane societies and adopting these animals? Oh, let's grab that big old dog back there. We can have a family feast on that one. I'm just looking for a snack. Do you have a kitten? Do you hear how crazy that is? This is America. Good God. And then in New York, this lady, stops a guy. He catches a pelican and he's carrying it. He's trying to break its neck.
Oh, why do you have a bird? Why do you want to catch it? Let me have the bird.
Let me say something. And these fools act like, well, no, speak English. No, you hear what he said? Excuse me? Pardon me? What'd you say? They're not as dumb as what we think they are. They come here, they can speak English. If you can't speak English, go home. If you come here illegally, go home. If you come here and try to take over our property, we're going to send you to heaven or hell, wherever you belong. This is no longer the America that my great-grandfather fought for. This is no longer the America that our veterans have fought for, literally like true war veterans, okay? Not people that steal their stuff like Tampon Tim. It was a seagull, I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. So I have this interview here. This is with hometown people sitting on the porch, just people over in Springfield, Ohio. Now understand, last night, ABC News, the other commentators that have been ABC News stood by this comment and this statement because they're going to tell you nothing but the truth. Anyway.
You're gonna be next, boy.
I ain't eating nothing off of a barbecue pit around here.
Ducks are disappearing.
So the migrants are eating geese, you think? Have you heard of pets being abducted?
Yep. Cats are a delicacy in Haiti.
It's not that they're poor and eating them because they don't have other food. It is a delicacy like someone would eat escargot.
And then I heard that stuff on Facebook, and I thought, I better watch my dogs.
Well, that wasn't verified. Springfield, Ohio, right now is a tinderbox. They're killing cats. They're eating geese. They're crashing cars. One of these is going to light, and it's going to be bad.
Part of that is because in the state of Ohio, you cannot use lethal force to protect property, and pets are considered property.
Are you carrying a firearm now to keep yourself safe? How has that changed?
Yes, I did.
I got a couple guns, and I'm not afraid to use them. I was raised at the hills.
Our town is a bomb, especially with the influx of immigrants or whatever you want to say, people. It's a time bomb ready to go off.
And a time bomb, it is ready to go off. Unbelievable. And of course, as ABC says, and they stand behind their commentator, that this never has happened. Never has happened. David Yost, the Attorney General for the state of Ohio, released a statement. And he says there's a record. There is recorded police calls from witnesses who have seen immigrants capturing geese for food in Springfield. Right now, citizens have testified to city council on these things. These people would be competent witnesses in court. Why does the media find a carefully worded City Hall press release better evidence than the state Attorney General, David Yost? And then somebody made a comment to him and says, hey, my local Columbus News, ABC, pushed the deceit that basically made all this up by conspiracy theorists. If you're not a conspiracy theorist, that's fine. But you probably should be. Because the things that if the news is saying that's conspiracy, oh, that's a conspiracy, then that means you have hit a nerve, you're exposing the truth, and they don't like it. So they got to make you look crazy. For years and years, they did the same thing with Art Bell. He's nuts. He's crazy. Talks about UFOs. He talks about all this stuff going on. Talks about all that. And then the guy ends up dying years later. And years later, they're saying, hey, these UFOs are really real. These things are happening. And then years ago in the 70s and 80s, he was talking about remote viewing and that stuff and the projects in that. Oh, but he was conspiracy theorist. He was nuts. He didn't know what he was talking about. The people that would come out and give witness statements to him was all lunatics. They were nuts. They were crazy. And guess what we did a couple weeks ago, guys? We dived into who? Kim Clement and all of his prophecies that have been pretty much legit, guys. I mean, he's by far way ahead than some of these other cats. There's one in Nashville that every week it's thus saith the Lord, and not a damn thing has come to pass. It aggravates the crap out of me. But yet people still tend to go to these churches, still give their money and all that stuff. They're false prophets. But Kim Clement, the stuff that Art Bell was labeled as a nutcase over for these projects for remote viewing, what the religious world says, oh, he was a great prophet. Kim Clement was great. He also worked for the CIA and the FBI in what? Remote viewing. Because the government couldn't believe that he was so daggone accurate. Oh, but it's just conspiracy. It's just conspiracy. I want everyone in my circle to be a conspiracy theorist. Because when the crap hits the fan, those are the ones that's going to have the guns, the ammo, and the protection, and the food, and the water, and all together we survive. While the other ones go scavenge like these other goofballs out there eating these cats alive. I'm serious. You got to wake up. Yeah, there is some nutcases out there that take it way too far, but you have to have common sense too. That's why I say every freaking show pretty much that when all these people that are on TikTok and all this other stuff that are going, oh, next week's going to be the EBS. Next week, this is going to happen at 2:00. And then we're going to see this happening and this happening and this happening. It's all, it never happens. But we still put faith in these people. We still put faith. Oh, well, man, tomorrow it's supposed to go off. Your phones are going to go off during the football game. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But it's funny that conspiracy theorists have way more proof of things that are legit. And all the news does is debate. Debate the truth. Debate the truth. Debate the truth. They can kiss my debate butt. I'm just so sick of them. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it. After the debate was over, there was a couple different things. I'm going to play you this one. This is actually a Pennsylvania voters on the debate. They're saying that Donald Trump made a strong closing statement by saying, why didn't they do all the things that she's proposing during the last 3.5 years while they've been in office? I want to play you this, and then we'll tell you some after I play it here.
She just basically repeated everything that Biden has said in the past.
What were your thoughts? She made, Donald Trump made a strong closing statement by saying, why didn't they do all the things that she's proposing during the 3.5 years that they've been in office? And Biden did this entire moderate stance back in 2020, and she's trying to do it again in 2024. But she didn't talk about her policy changes between 2020 and 2024. Her whole centrist moderate stance is just a facade.
Now, here's the great thing. Those of us that, well, I still didn't think it was bad. Those of you that went to bed just, oh God, Donald Trump, he just failed. Oh, he didn't do good at all. That was a Democratic family that's always been Democratic, that after last night are no longer voting Democrat. And if you think for a moment that last night was a failure, Donald Trump won. He handed her butt. She knows it. We know it. And anyway. I forgot to play you something here. The Butler County Sheriff of Ohio. This was yesterday.
How's everybody doing today? I'm Sheriff Rick Jones from Butler County, Ohio. I'm here today to talk to you about the invasion of our country. And mostly what we've had, I want to talk about Springfield, Ohio, which is less than an hour drive from here in Butler County, Ohio. So if you look at it, Springfield has been in the news in the past few days. It's a 1 hour drive from here. And their residents, about 50,000 residents. In 4 years, I want to repeat that, in 4 years, they can't tell exactly, it's between 15 and 20,000 illegals have came into their community, have been brought to that community. Listen, 50,000 residents, and you've seen it on the news, what you've got, the residents are angry as hell. It affects their school system. It affects the hospitals, the social services agencies. Where are they going to live? The police, the life squad. You don't know who these people over, who they are. They're coming in. Now, you've seen on the news mostly Aurora, Colorado. Illegals took over an apartment complex, all from one country. Listen, it comes a time to when we have to say, look, you can't just come here. They come from 160 different countries. They come through Mexico into the United States. I have people ask me, we're the the seventh largest county in Ohio, all the way in Ohio, the seventh largest of 88 counties. Why do you care? It's pretty simple. It affects everybody. Here in Butler County, we have 400,000 roughly population. In my jail, any given day, I have close to 1,000 prisoners. In the last 3 years, I want to repeat that. In the last 3 years in my Butler County jail, I've had close to 1,000 illegals in my jail from all over the world. Of that 1,000, they've had 2,000 criminal charges placed on them. I just had a guy in my jail that been deported 8 times, and they found out that he killed somebody. And it's not the end of that. We just went back and got another one from Mexico that killed somebody 10 years ago. They get there, they think they got it made. I've been saying this all along. It affects, I go to small counties. I talk to smaller sheriff's offices. I go to sheriffs and I talk to them from all over the country. It don't matter how small your city is. If you're on the interstate, you got people coming through, they arrest them. What language are they speaking? They come through your jail. They're in your area. If you get out on the roads and you travel, they're in your area. If you go to the people that have died here in Ohio, we've had 5,000 people die of drug overdoses where the fentanyl is coming through the Mexican border, coming from China. China's doing this on purpose and trying to addict and kill people and cause disruptions within our country. It's not on the border. I've been to the border 3 times. And I'm telling you, every state is a border state right now. If you get out on the highway, you travel, you get out on the, you go shopping, people are on drugs, they're driving cars. This is because it's coming through Mexico from China. We're in a major issue of our country. 78% of Americans think that we've let the borders go and we're being overrun. We have people coming from China that are of military age. That's not make-believe. We have people that are here. We're getting ready to come up on 9/11. Don't forget what terrorists can do, a small group. Pay attention. These complexes and these people that are coming into our country illegally, they're not supposed to be here. We don't know who they are. We allow close to 1.5 to 2 million people to come in illegal every year. I believe they've got close to 16 million people or more that have came into this country. We have no idea who they are. Pay attention. God bless you and stay safe, my friends.
And that was from the Butler County, Ohio Sheriff. So more than ever, you should know what DC's been saying for months now. Because I get people that debate me. Well, what about the news said this or the news said that? The news is not your friend. They're not your friend at all. The reason why they continue to try to discredit Donald Trump and discredit the Republicans or the free thinkers, let's just say that, is because they're losing control. And for years, they've been able to control Americans through the media. And they have. Control their moods, control everything. Control what they buy, control what they're eating, all that. That's why there's a thing called commercials. It's to entice you to buy. Speaking of that, I'm going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
You are listening to the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network.
Hey, everybody, it's DC, and today I want to talk to you about Birch Gold Group. And we recently had some monumental news that no one else is actually talking about. And for the first time ever, the interest the U.S. pays on its debt surpassed every individual budget item except Social Security. And that's right. The U.S. Now spends more on interest than on national defense or even Medicare. And it's only getting worse as big government continues to spend recklessly. And that's why savvy Americans are turning to gold, and something not tied to the inflated dollar is what it is. And you too can can do this with the help of Birch Gold Group. And for over 20 years, Birch Gold Group has helped tens of thousands of Americans protect their retirement and savings by converting on IRA or the 401k into an IRA in gold. To learn more, go to birchgold.com/rumble, birchgold.com/rumble, and get a free, no obligation information kit on diversifying your retirement into a gold IRA. Birch Gold has earned a A+ rating with the BBB and thousands of happy customers. Protect your IRA or your 401k. If you want to do that, go to birchgold/rumble and get your free information kit on gold today. I wanted to say one thing here on behalf of Rumble. I'm grateful for that, but I want to encourage you, the audience that's listening, to download the Rumble app. That way you get the notifications every time that we go live. And also when you do that, be sure you follow us. And it will help remind you, when we do go live. And also, the app is available everywhere for TV. It's available for TVs also. So make sure you download the Rumble app. Once you download it, you search for my channel, DC Intel. It'll pop up, and follow the channel directly on that app. This will make sure that you get a notification every time that we go live, and keeps you informed. And also, if you click on the link in the description or the pinned live chat to download the Rumble app, actually on your phone also, it's free to do that. And if you prefer to watch us on a big screen, which is pretty cool, we are also available now on Apple TV, Android TV, Fire TV, Roku, LG, and Samsung TVs. All you need to do is just search for Rumble. Once you get that, download it, search for DC Live, and every time it'll be on your big screen. Sounds great, don't it? There's nothing like a good cup of coffee. 1775coffee.com. You need to check it out. And, it's time to say goodbye to Starbucks and say hello to Rumble's 1775 coffee. It's unlike other brands. This is a coffee that backs free speech and is unapologetic about it. Visit 1775coffee.com, and you can use the promo code STUDIO to get 15% off. And the coffee comes in medium and dark roast, and it also comes in pea berry, which is also similar to the Kana coffee. And in other words, its stuff is premium. It really is. So click on the link, go to 1775 Coffee and click on the link, and you can directly order from there and use the promo code STUDIO to get 15% off today.
Here are a few reasons to support DC Intel. 1. Timely updates. Get the latest breaking news and intelligence updates as they happen. 2. Reliable information. Depend on us for accurate and credible news sources. 3. Insightful analysis. Gain deeper understanding with our expert analysis and comprehensive coverage. 4. Community engagement. Join a community of informed and engaged individuals who care about current events. 5. Transparency. We are committed to transparency in all our reporting, helping you to see the bigger picture. 6. Convenience. Stay informed on the go with easy access to updates through our social media platforms. Supporting DC Intel means staying informed and connected with the news that impacts our nation.
We would like to invite you to become a DC Guardian. A Guardian is someone who supports us with a gift of $10 a month. And you will also receive a beautiful DC decal so you can post your support. And also you will get email updates for Guardians only, plus special discounts on products and functions and conferences to come. Please click on the donate button on our EIOBN.com website to support. Once again, on behalf of the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network, thank you.
All right, we're back. Sitting here watching Trump visits the memorial site in Shanksville. Shanksville. Anyway, getting back to our lovely show. Thank you, everybody that's tuning in. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate your spending your time with us today. There's a lot of us here between all the multiple platforms. If you don't know, you can check us out at EIOBN, B as in Bob, BN.com. That's our website. All of our social media links are on there. I've said that a couple times. Well, I say it every day, but I say it in a couple days. People still put in the chat, how do I find you on YouTube? Well, go to EIOBN.com. That's our website. The Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network.com. And when you do that, it's there. You can scroll down. There'll be all of our links there. Soon we'll be removing that Facebook off there. But that's all of our links. Also, there's a place there to donate. It is secure. It's encrypted. If you want to do that, it's greatly appreciated. It helps us do what we're doing here. Keeps the electric lights on and the internet going and our updating our equipment, all that good stuff. So, anyway, getting back to last night, I'm going to play you this. This was President Trump. And last night, I don't know if you noticed it or not, several times, they would acknowledge him as President Trump. And then some they'd say, well, cackling, Kamala would say, former president. She made sure that she really put that out there. But anyways, I'm going to play this.
From the standpoint of ABC, they're the most dishonest, in my opinion, the most dishonest news organization. And that's saying a lot because they're all essentially really dishonest. But I thought I did a great job. It was 3-on-1, and I thought I did a great job.
And
he also said he thought
they did the country a dis-
And we said that last night. It was 3-on-1. And that's exactly what it was. They tried to gang up on him and all that. But I'm going to play you something here. This is a body expert, body language expert person, okay? And what they do is we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, how you can watch somebody, watch their body language and certain things they do. It tells how they feel and at that moment where they're at. And I want you to listen to this here.
We're going to bring in our body language expert right now, Lena Cisco. She used to work for the DOD, a former DOD, Department of Defense interrogator. That sounds very cool, Lena.
Thank you.
All right, do me a favor. Actually, overall, your sense, and while you think overall, let me just show you a specific clip here. This is the first one, B01. Apparently, Kamala getting a little bit mad. Take a look.
She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? She went out in Minnesota
and wanted to let criminals that killed people, that burned down Minneapolis, she went out and raised money to get them out of jail. She did things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison. This is a radical left liberal that would do this. She wants to confiscate your guns, and she will never allow fracking in Pennsylvania. If she won the election, fracking in Pennsylvania will end on day one.
Your reaction?
So at first she does this prolonged eye blink, right? And she does this and her eyebrows shoot up. So when people do that, it's, oh God, what did I just hear? What should I say? It's something traumatic. It's something emotional. And as soon as she does that, she leaves the fear grimace. And it's when people open their mouth and kind of suck in air. And she did it twice. She did it when she first took the stage after that awkward handshake and she went to her podium. But she did that fear grimace, which means I have fear in this moment as to what he's going to say or call me out to next. And you saw that with her breathing in. And of course, as that segment went on, she had a lot of anger with the eyebrows coming down, her furrowed eyebrows, the narrowed eyes. That's clear anger right there.
Let me see. Do you have the narrow eyebrows?
I'm chill. I didn't
Okay,
have a
good.
debate.
Okay.
But hey, that was fascinating, Lena. Here's another clip for you to evaluate.
What about all the people that are pouring into our country and killing people that she allowed to pour in? She was the border czar. Remember that. She was the border czar. She doesn't want to be called the border czar because she's embarrassed by the border. In fact, she said at the beginning, oh, I'm surprised you're not talking about the border yet. That's because she knows what a bad job they've done.
Take it away, Lena.
So this was so different from her body language throughout the debate. When she felt confident, she would stare at Trump and she would have this disdain look, sometimes leak contempt. Here, you don't see that. It is completely different because I think that she was listening to something thinking, yeah, this is true. And she didn't look up. She took her notes, writing down. And then at one point she licked her lips. And so that's indicative of the body drying out. So I could tell there was a lot of cortisol going off and she was getting very nervous there. But that whole shift, there's a reason why.
Because she's scared poopless. She's scared. That's why she was acting that way. That's why and the thing is, you don't think for 5 seconds that every other body language person was watching this going, oh my gosh, if there was a way to interpret this to America, they would see what's really going on.
And that point, I think she was thinking, oh gosh, this is going to a topic that I'm not prepared to talk about.
Wow. What about Donald Trump overall? I mean, I think you could say poker face or whatever. That's the face that we're accustomed to. And it was what are your thoughts on Donald Trump's body language?
Oh, I agree. He does this. He likes to knife hand, but the knife hand is good. It's when people feel so empathic or emphatic about what they're saying that they will use their body language to make that point. And so he does that. But we saw the same body language as we did in the first presidential debate. Nothing really changed. Actually, it didn't change because he didn't look at President Biden either, and he wouldn't look at Kamala Harris either. But his body language was the same.
Can I real quick, just that hand on chin that Kamala Harris it really caught everyone's attention. What was that about?
Yeah. So when people do this, right, we call it the Steve Jobs pose. I want to look very important. I want to look very confident.
Okay.
And so they'll do this to kind of have that air of superiority.
Interesting.
Right. But it's totally fake. It's totally contrived. Right.
It's an embellished sign to say.
So in other words, she was scared to death. She knew she was a fake. She knew that she was a phony, and she knew that he was handing her butt. And I told you that yesterday on the show. He's going to eat her lunch. But the narrative that the news will spin was, man, she tore him up. She tore him up. Let's see here. And I know, and I said it last night when they asked Trump about a debate, and he says, I don't see why there needs to be another debate. That the other side's going to say, see, he don't want it. He don't want it. But I'm going to play this of that whole clip and let you hear why he said that.
Her campaign is saying tonight, Washington Post is reporting that she wants a second debate. What's your answer?
She lost. She wants it because she lost.
Do you have an answer?
Well, I don't know. I have to think about it, but if you won the debate, I sort of think maybe I shouldn't do it. Why should I do another debate? She immediately said, we want another debate. That's, you know what happens when you're a prize fighter and you lose? You immediately want a new fight.
You want a rematch.
You want a rematch. The guy that won is sort of happy and thinking about it.
Would you be inclined to say yes, or you
Maybe
don't
if
know?
it was on a fair network, I would do that. But
I think let Hannity moderate it.
yeah, no, I think
like
that
I
would be
did
fair.
Newsom and Ron DeSantis.
I think it would be fair. You would be fair,
I
actually.
would be
you
fair.
want to know the truth.
I'd let you both talk. I'd let you go at each other.
I thought they would be fair. They weren't, but I felt very comfortable.
Yeah.
We have the best policy. She has no policy.
And she has no policy. So he's exactly right. And here's the thing. When Trump said that, of course, you know, the left is going to say, he's scared. He's scared. He don't want to debate because she was just so good. That's not it at all. When you are a confident person and you can handle yourself, and you know the facts speak louder than the other actions of this hyena, that's one reason why he didn't sit and look at her, because probably he would be as disgusted as we are of her laughing and all that, and then he probably would have responded to her. So he done the right thing by just staying straight and not making too much eye contact with that goofball. But when you are confident in anything in life, guys, you don't have to convince people. You don't have to do nothing. You just lead. And that's what he's doing. And that's what leaders do. Okay? Leaders do. Everybody thinks a leader, well, a leader, he's the one who just leads everyone and goes and does everything and teaches everyone. No, a leader is confident in one, himself or herself, their skills. And there's no need for that. But when you're someone that's so incompetent as her, and understand her policy that she showed last night was just to throw remarks at Trump. That's it. That's a perfect description, whatever you want to call it, of the Democratic Party. Okay? All they can do is point fingers and cause chaos. And if they don't get what they're wanting, then they have some sort of thing that comes up, and it's ridiculous. Let me tell you what's about to happen. I'm not no prophet, but I'm about to prophesy to you. Okay? The Democratic Party has always been the spoiled child in the grocery store. Mommy, I want this. No, Billy. And lay in the floor, kick and scream, but has never had his ass whipped. Okay? So then little Billy goes to school and he starts acting up. Little Billy, you can't do that. I'm going to tell your parents. And then they tell his parents, and parents say, don't you ever touch little Billy. Don't you put him in timeout. You leave him alone. You're picking on him. Little Billy gets up, gets out of elementary, goes into junior high. Starts acting like a spoiled brat. And starts temper tantrum him in there. And nobody wants to deal with little Billy. And little Billy starts taunting people because he wants to act like a damn cat at school. Pooping in his litter box at school. Oh, it's real, guys. Research it. It's real. Maybe in a couple weeks, I'll blast all these schools that have that stuff going on. It's going to shock you. Oh, but he wants to identify as a dog. I'll put him in the pound. If little Susie wants to act like a cat, treat her like a cat. Put a collar on her, stick her outside, build her a little house out there, shove it out there, and give her cat food and some water. Oh, but you're inhumane. No, I'm not. I'm giving them what they want. Ain't that what America is about? We just give them what they want because they're spoiled. But then little Billy, because he acts like a damn dog and he goes to school, he goes to high school. Except this time, it's a different crowd. A little bit tougher. They start making fun of him because of his hair or whatever, or the fact that maybe little Billy don't want to be a dog. Maybe he wants to be a cat. Making fun of him at the fact that he wants to go and poop in a litter box or pee in a litter box. I mean, seriously, guys. But little Billy is the Democratic boy. He's always had everyone to wipe his ass, wipe his tears, and pat him on the back and give him that trophy. Because little Billy's just too fat and lazy to get up off the dinner table to go play sports or anything. But he wants that trophy. We got to give him that trophy, DC, because little Billy's going to be all bent out of shape. DC, have mercy on little Billy. Give him that participation trophy. He needs it so bad. Little Billy gets his participation trophy. Not because the DC gave it to him, but because society does. And that little Democratic boy, Billy, one day decides he is going to smart off to the Republican Party. And you got, I don't know, for kicks and giggles, let's just call him Juan. But Juan is not Mexican. He ain't none of that crap. He's a Caucasian. He's American, red-blooded American. But little Billy, he knows that everybody else has pampered him, has changed his proverbial diaper, has wiped his tears, has made sure everything in life has been good for him. And Juan ain't gonna put up with that crap. But little Billy thinks he deserves it because he's gotten it all his life. And he smarts off to Juan in the wrong way. And Juan whips the crap out of him. Beats his butt like nobody knows. Gives him the butt whooping that his mom and daddy should have gave him when he was a baby. Kicking and screaming in the grocery store, breaking stuff in the aisle, doing what he's best at doing. Disturbing the peace, causing havoc. But Juan don't put up with it. So Juan kicks his ass, tears him all to pieces, busts his mouth, busts his nose. Yep, that's right. Oh, because you're talking about blood and violence, DC. No, we talked about that by us being sissified Americans and letting our America get overrun by people that are illegal, that are eating our animals and having blood and all that junk on them. Because that's just normal in banana land, but it ain't normal in America. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. Is that America has had enough of the Democratic bullcrap. They've had enough of it. Enough. I'm not a prophet, but I'm going to tell you this. You're going to see the Democratic Party get their butt handled to them in a big way this election. Oh, but I heard this was going to happen. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, but I heard that they're going to do this to steal the election. Be quiet. Unless you see facts, let it go. The reason why we don't have a strong America right now is because of that attitude. It's because of that attitude. Well, I'm just gotta let it be, man. Just gotta let it be. No, I ain't gonna let it be. I'm not gonna let it be. And until we get to this election, we have to be patient. We have to understand what's going on. We can't be jumping the gun, jumping on everybody else's conspiracies that are just so whacked out. Because if you don't think for 2 seconds, there's a bunch of people trying to put out these fake conspiracies just to throw you off and to cause mental, psychological things to happen to you, they will. And after the Democratic Party takes their butt whipping, they're still going to lie in the streets and cry around and be big babies. It's still going to happen. Still going to happen. It's still going to happen. Unbelievable. 55 days. You're exactly right, Mustang Gal. Tomorrow, Thursday, I've already told you guys, but I'll remind you tomorrow. I won't be on the radio. I actually have something important to take care of. I may come back Thursday night. Don't know. We'll just see how that plays out. Get a chance, go check out our website, eiobn.com. Check that out. If you feel like donating, donate. It's secure. We greatly appreciate everything you do and everything that everybody's doing. Don't forget 9/11. Never forget. And just so you know, you are on the winning side, because we about to take the Democrats to the woodshed. Have a great day.